Uruguay, Argentina, Paraguay, Spain, Portugal, and Morocco. Also, this country will be hosting the 2030 World Cup, and it's official. So, today I'm going to go through each country's and their history with the World Cup and hosting tournaments. In 1930, Estado Centenario in Montevideo, we saw the final between Uruguay versus Argentina, which Uruguay won 4-2. As we all know, is the first ever World Cup to be hosted and first ever World Cup final. The winners were Uruguay. They won the World Cup 2 times, one in 1930 and one in 1950. Not only that, this is going to be the second time hosting a World Cup in 2030, making the 100th year of the World Cup. Next up, Argentina. Argentina, world champions 3 times in 1978, 1986, and 2022. That happened in Qatar, which Messi famous square. Anyways, Argentina hosted the World Cup before in 1978 in Argentina. Well, some people can say this is the worst World Cup that ever be hosted. Problems with referees and all that, blah blah blah, and all these things that happened. But at the end of the day, they won Netherlands 3-0. And we move on to 1986, where Argentina defeated Germany 2-1 when Maradona had one of his greatest times of his life, his prime, when he scored 2 goals against England. Who cannot forget those 2 goals? And in 2020, where Messi won it for Argentina in Qatar against France in penalty shootouts, was in 3-3, Messi scoring 2, Di Maria scoring 1. And that's how Argentina became world champions. Paraguay. Paraguay has never been hosted as a World Cup. Their biggest achievement is qualifying to the quarterfinals of the World Cup in 2010 that happened in South Africa. Their biggest achievement is winning Copa America 2 times, one in 1986 and one in 1979. They can make history in 2030 and do something as the host. So that's it for South America, and let's move on to Europe and Africa. Let's start off with Portugal. Portugal has never hosted a World Cup as well. In 2006, Portugal made it to the semi-final against France, but they lost, and they finished 4th when they played against Germany. Also, the biggest achievement is winning the Euros 2016 against France and Nations 2019 against Netherlands. Obviously, Ronaldo carried that. And it's going to be the first ever time hosting a World Cup. Lisbona and Porto will be hosting the World Cup as a favor of the city. Let's move on to Spain. Spain, world champion 2010 against Netherlands when obviously Iniesta scored. And we saw young Ramos, Ego Casillas carrying hard for Spain. And also, they hosted a World Cup before in 1982 when Italia won it against Germany 4-2, and we saw an old goalkeeper win it by the name of Dino Sof. Let's move on to Morocco. Morocco has been trying to host the World Cup since 1994 and kept failing. 1998 also failed. 2006 also failed. 2010 they had chance but unfortunately failed. 2014 same thing, 18 and 2026. But this time they finally got their chance by hosting the World Cup. So Morocco, biggest achievement in the World Cup is 4th place in Qatar, as we all saw. They lost against Croatia, and in the semi-finals they lost against France, which Mbappe did his thing, which we all know. Anyways, so we high expectation for Morocco, high expectation for the country itself. Okay, now we're done with the 2030 World Cup. Let's talk a bit about the 2034, which Saudi Arabia are the first country to bid for the World Cup. Before all this 2030 and 2034 happens, we all know our World Cup is going to happen in 2026, which Canada, America, and Mexico is going to be hosting it. And the qualifying rounds is going on right now for South America, and it's going to happen soon for the rest of the countries. So yeah, that's it for the video. Make sure you like and subscribe. If you want more talking information, just subscribe, hit the comments what you want. Yeah, see you.